What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Wyatt, your favorite nerd's favorite Blerd, here with the Blerd Syndicate. And today we are talking about with the BS gaming. We're going to do some fighting games. We're going to talk about that. But I'm not by myself. I never am. Today, I got with me the Bearded Panda, aka the Husky Hokage,
Yes,
aka
sir.
Marcus. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? What's going on? How about you? How you doing?
Man, making it through the day, man. You can't really do too much, just can't call it. How about yourself?
Same, man. Same. It's been a rainy day, but it's been a pretty good day. A little hectic,
Yeah,
but it's been good.
yeah, man. I was productive today, but something that doesn't let me be productive most of the time is when I'm playing games. So that's what we're talking about today.
Yes, sir.
So we had a conversation. I think it was about 2 or 3 days ago within the group, and we were talking about what our favorite, like, first of all, fighting games were. So
Hmm.
I wanted to kind of reach out to you, see what your favorite one was, so we can talk about it and hopefully have some people in the comments below so that they can be able to interact with us and tell us what they like too.
Yes, yes. So, one of my favorites is so Marvel vs. Capcom, the franchise. I really enjoy that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
my kids got back into playing. I think the newest one was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like I had
Mm-hmm.
when my kids used to play it all the time, and they would get so upset if they like if I with me when I used to have to turn the handicap all the way up just
Well,
so it wouldn't be easy for me to just to beat them. Marcus
yeah.
started getting better at it, but if I got my go to is Ryu and Captain America. If I get them two,
Uh,
you in trouble. I'm coming hands all day. But Marvel vs. Capcom, the franchise, and Power Stone, which is a forgotten favorite of mine.
mm-hmm.
It was on Dreamcast. I think it was on PS. I forgot what play. It may have been on PlayStation. But Power Stone was awesome. I used to love that as a fighting game.
T Price, what's going on, man?
What's going on, T Price?
So, yeah, I used to, man, I love Marvel vs. Capcom. I think that was like one of the first games that I spent like a lot of my own money to play. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And
yeah,
when like, because I remember we were at like some arcade, and I had saved up my money, and I think I was in Florida. I spent a good like, because I think I was in there by myself with my brother, and I just went ham, and I didn't regret it at all. Marvel
yeah.
vs. Capcom um, definitely had a lot of stuff, man. It was fun. So,
It,
um,
it
go ahead.
it is. I was gonna say it's those are some of my favorites, but some it's other ones that are those are like my top, maybe my top two. But you got so much. There's so many other good fighting games out there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to include Smash in that, which is an ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mortal Kombat. I know a lot. Some people don't like Mortal Kombat, but Mortal Kombat is fun. That's one of Power Stone. T Price knows what's up. And Rival Schools. I forgot about that.
So y'all speaking something just over
What?
my
You never
me.
played Rival Schools?
No, man.
Oh man, you missing out. That was on. I know that was on PlayStation. I forgot which one, but it was like I'm trying to think if I remember. I can't think of the girl's name, but one of like the main characters. She almost like Sailor Moon. Like she had like the
Oh,
Sailor Moon outfit with the
okay.
short hair, short dark hair. I can't think of her name, but like she was one of the main characters. And Rival Schools was awesome. I remember the
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna
It's so
stop you.
many good
I'm
fighting
gonna
games.
stop
Oh,
you
go
real,
ahead.
real quick. I'm gonna
Go ahead.
add somebody else into the group. All right.
All right.
He's like my little brother. Nick is on the way. I gotta think of a nickname for him. Like he's like the Michelangelo out the group. Like he just wants to have fun and just chill.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
So this is Dark Stalkers. I
Oh
remember
yes,
Samurai Showdown.
I
That
remember
we did.
Samurai Shodown and I remember Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Remember they
So
had a cartoon about Darkstalkers.
yeah. We were talking about it before because isn't Samurai Stalker or Samurai Showdown the one that has where if you got like your arm cut off, you really couldn't use the arm no more for real? Or was I thinking a different one? Probably a different one.
I remember
By
Samurai
by your
Shodown. I don't
look,
remember.
I'm
I haven't played it.
hmm so
Because
There's
I
a
remember you
lot of
guys
good.
discussing the game like that.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of. I think there would be. So, what was your first? What was your first fighting game that you remember?
First fighting game. Oh, it was. I think it was Street Fighter. It was
Okay.
Street Fighter, and shortly after, cause it was doing summer camp. That's how I didn't have the game myself. I remember distinctly. It was Street Fighter, and see the summer camp I went to, they had Street Fighter and they had Mortal Kombat, the first Mortal Kombat. It had the how to play it like so, and that was on I think it was on Sega Genesis. Like, but I remember playing Street Fighter because some of my friends had Street Fighter,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I went to summer camp, that's when they had Mortal. But Street Fighter was my very first getting, and I think I used to picking Ryu and Guile and E
Mm-hmm.
Honda. I used to love to get E Honda and mess with folks. Get that going real fast, walk up on them. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. What about yourself? What was your first fighting game that you can remember?
Um, the first one I remember is Street Fighter. The first one I remember owning for just a little bit was Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
until mom saw what the game actually was. Then it promptly got returned. I don't know what happened to it. I know I didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
So so it was all bad. So man, I was just like hmm. So I remember, and I couldn't even play with. I'm not gonna lie to you. I button mashed the shit out of everything. Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
that's about it. So
Yeah. I think that's how some was saying for me. Mortal Kombat, I think it was Mortal Kombat 3 was the very first fighting game I had. And I forget. My mother really didn't pay attention to it, so I was able to get away with
mhm.
playing it or whatever. The Mortal Kombat 3 was like I think the first fighting game I had.
Yeah. See, I Mortal Kombat. Like as soon as that happened, they were just like no, no, sir, no good. Nick, can you hear us?
Yeah, my
All
bad.
What's up,
right,
Nick?
man.
What's going on, y'all?
What's going on?
Chilling, bro.
All right, so Nick, what was the fighting game that you were into? Because like you was talking a lot of cash money. I'm just gonna put it out there. Uh I'm not gonna say who you were talking mess to, but you was saying that you was gonna beat
Why you
everybody
being an
and their mama.
instigator? Why you being
I'm not.
you low
I'm
key
just
instigator without high key instigating at the same time? You somewhere you medium instigating right now.
I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Says
I
he medium
just
is
was,
game.
you know how those people in court they just read back what was said. I just did
Right.
that. That's all I did, bro.
You
You're a
just reading the
stenographer.
transcript. I
Just
feel
a
Just
you.
reading the
stenographer.
transcripts, man. That's all I was doing.
Um, my my favorite fighting game probably hands down is Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Whew.
Yeah,
Specifically.
see.
I love Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Um, Second for me probably will have to be Soul Calibur.
Soul
I'll
Calibur was
probably
a good
say
one.
three.
Soul
Those are my
Calibur.
choices. I'm not a real big Mortal Kombat fan, and I
Mm-hmm.
will say that is because I'm very bad at it. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
bad at Mortal Kombat, so I'm gonna be real.
I
I'm not one of
understand.
those people who gonna hate on the game. I don't know how to play Mortal Kombat. Like I've tried to go online and have been completely destroyed to the point where I can't even land a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
But
Whoa.
Oh,
yeah, it's been
you.
like that.
Ooh,
Man,
God, I'm
I'm that
sorry.
bad at it. I'm so bad at it. I don't talk anything when it comes to Mortal Kombat or Injustice or anything like that. But
But you was
most
Justice.
talking a little
definitely
cash
enjoy.
money when it came to tech, and I'm just
Oh, when
saying.
it
You
comes to
said,
Tekken, bro, look, I'm gonna tell everybody this. I'm gonna tell everybody this. As long as you don't pick, as long as they don't pick Eddie,
uh huh.
I'm gonna play you with either Jen, Law, or Paul,
I had to give
and
him
I'm
a
gonna
solo
beat you.
so he could talk his mess.
I'm gonna
I had
beat
to
you.
give him.
That's
I
just
had
how
to
I
give him his
go.
solo. You see this, Marcus?
That's
So
just
Yeah, I
hey.
see.
He
I
had to give
see.
me a solo. That's just how I go, man. I'm
see,
sorry. I'm
Nothing
willing
wrong
to
with that,
take that
man.
challenge. Jen and Law against any two y'all have in Tech Attack.
you mentioned something really important. So, do y'all play? Do you guys play online for most of your games nowadays?
I play
Um,
some stuff
no,
online. Well, I play some stuff online, like, but
Yeah,
fighting
some
games,
stuff.
I it depends on what game it is and how good I am. Like, I think the last fighting game I played online was maybe Dragon Ball Fighters.
Really.
And Dragon Ball Fighters is expert. I actually got pretty decent at it. I was decent against the
Mm,
computer. I put at the computer at the highest level. I was decent.
Hmm.
yeah.
Playing
The
online
computer
is
is
a
totally
totally
different when you play
different,
it against other folks.
totally different. I think the first match I played, I lost, but I barely lost. I got dude barely beat me. Second match wasn't even a match. It was just me getting
Mm.
tossed across the screen basically.
Man, it get like that, bro. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It get
but
like that.
Dragon Ball Fighters is probably my favorite fighting game right now that I'll play. Um, I'll plug that up and go because I get like when some of my favorite people play with is Goku Black and Hit. If you know how to play with Hit, you can do some stuff. But
Okay.
Dragon Ball Fighters is pretty dope.
See, the only experience I have in Dragon Ball Fighters is playing against my 10-year-old, and I had never played. Man, there is something about fighting, no, playing with your child.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I
and
know.
man. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I won just because I knew how to button mash a little bit
Oh
better
man.
than he did, bruh. It was at one point like he was like a good 2 or 3 combos away from killing one of the people. So like I kept my but in my mind, I was sweating. I was profusely sweating because I was like, if he beats me now, I've got 8 more years to live with him. He's gonna talk cash money shit the whole time. Either that, or I'm gonna have to do a training montage on video games because it's I just couldn't do it. Couldn't take
Yeah,
it
yeah,
because
I
once you take
understand.
the L, like especially on like one of those kind of games, then they seem to talk a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. What you got to do is if you like Marvel's Capcom Infinite. Marcus got a few matches on me, but use this with the handicap. Like I had a
Mm-hmm.
handicap up, so like me hitting him is like nothing. So I would have the handicap up. He would squeak by and get one or two, but when I put it, I slowly bring the handicap down just a little bit, almost close to normal. He would get so upset. I see. You
Oh,
still got some practice to do, son.
you humbling him. You're like,
Yes,
oh, okay.
yeah, yeah. He got a little bit of, like he had a little bit of hope. You know, like the what's that? I think it's a Geico commercial
Mm-hmm.
where the old man be holding the dollar up with the
He's like, so close. He
that's,
almost got it there.
that's
So
it. That's basically it.
yeah. See, I don't like playing. See, I only like playing online with people I know. Like I don't like playing with other people I don't know because then
Mm-hmm.
after that,
Oh,
like online. See, I'm gonna sound really, really old. Back when I played online, like you know what I mean.
yeah,
Even if somebody was really trash, as long as
yeah.
they didn't say nothing to you, you'd be like, ah, all right, you're not picking with them. But they'll come like they kill you one time, they teabag you. Then after that, they on you the rest of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then after that, like have it be some small child. Then I'm cussing out a small child. I can't have
Uh,
that. I can't have that on my record. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like this is a
Man,
cancel culture now. Like, oh, he done called this kid all these kinds of names. It wouldn't work well for me. So
yeah,
it's crazy. So I don't play games unless I'm playing with people I know or associates of people I know. You know what I mean?
I
Somebody
understand.
that's like, oh
We
yeah, that's
don't do
cool.
randoms.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't do randoms.
yeah. So yeah, exactly, Tom. See, bro, I got in trouble. Like I almost got in trouble because I can't. Like I try not to curse around my son. So then after that, when you get into those games, and especially with like not only fighting games, but even first person shooters are the worst. Because
Mm-hmm.
then after that, like I've just stay away from Fortnite, all the games that the little kids play. I'd be like, I don't need any of that.
Oh, I
Mm-mm.
don't play Fortnite. My
No,
kid. I
never
played
play
Fortnite maybe
Fortnite. It's over.
twice
I'm so
with
trash
them,
at Fortnite.
and I'm like, nope, I ain't touching it. It's like,
Mm-mm.
nope, we can play something else. But I'm dead and not playing Fortnite, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Let's pick something else.
Yep.
Did
So
y'all play Knockout Kings?
Yeah, I used to play Knockout Kings back in the day. Knockout Kings. Um,
thoughts. What's going on, man? One true Zachary.
what's going on, man? But I play. I would say that's another fighting game I actually play online. Is UFC 4, the newest, whatever the most recent one, like
Mhm.
Yeah,
that.
I was surprised
I'll
nobody
play
said
that.
UFC. I was
I
like,
can,
man, I'm not a
I
heavy
can.
UFC player, but when I played it, I
Oh,
enjoyed the hell out of that
it's
game.
fun.
I'm not gonna
It's fun,
lie.
especially you knock like you really knocking somebody out and seeing their body go limp.
Yeah,
Even though it's a video game, it's still exciting, man.
yeah.
Man,
Hmm.
I used to play like there used to be something where like when I was in college, you used to play all the games. Like Jeremy Sir on here, he and I were roommates for a little bit, so we used to play just have a Saturday where we would just play games. So it would be Halo, it'd be Marvel vs.
Yeah.
Capcom, it'd be Mortal Kombat. And then after that, like that's when I think it was like the Golden Star that was real close to A&M. You would order food from there. Then after that, they deliver it to the dorms at the time. And we
Mhm.
never left the room on Saturday. We did leave the room on Saturday eventually,
Mm.
but it was fun times at that point. But what was you guys' like go to game? Like it doesn't have to be just a fighting game, just any kind of like genre. What genre of games did you guys like playing?
Ooh, that's a hard question, man.
Like I know you're big into sports. I know.
Man,
I mean,
that's a
there's
hard question
sports,
for me. I'm sorry.
RPGs.
Yeah.
Cause certain
My
games, you know what I'm saying, I've been playing for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting
yeah.
up there. Like 2K been around for a long time. Madden been
Mm-hmm.
around for a long time. Halo, Call of Duty, Battlefield. Like I've watched all these games progress and change. I try to keep up with some of them. I think, man, that's very hard. I think, that's so hard, man. Cause I love Borderlands too. I
Mm.
think that's one of the best games I've ever played. Like for real, I kind of got obsessed with that game for a while. But on the same hand, I love Halo.
So you're a first person shooter guy.
Yeah, but you know what broke all that though? When Gears dropped. When Gears dropped, I think the third person shooter got a lot of respect because of the cover system and then the way,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying, the way they force
Hmm.
people to move with the dodging and the running and the strafing in third person. Gears was absolutely amazing. Like I think Gears One probably is probably one of my top five games. I can still play that to this day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. I,
So Tom is saying that it's either the Final Fantasy VII, the
the
original one,
original.
Borderlands 2, or
Thank you, bro. It's
Mass Effect
Border.
2.
You know what, bro? That's confirmation. Borderlands 2. If y'all haven't played it, especially now for that, I think it'll be like remastered and stuff like that. Go
Hmm.
back and play Borderlands 2. That is literally one of my friends. I wish he was on this live. He would explain to y'all how much I just that was like the only game I farmed weapons. Like I got into the point I was so deep into it. I was getting to the final boss, farming the final boss, beating the game,
So
going
you could
through it
get
like oh, it was so embarrassing, bro. Like I spent so much time on that game, but man,
I
I'm probably gonna
understand.
go back and play it again now that I'm talking about it.
mm,
I completely understand. My just a regular go to game or games that just go to for me, like just kind of what he was saying, like sports games. Man, like games I just if I'm say I had a long day or something like that, just something to put on to play. Mostly be a sports game, anything from Madden to 2K to MLB the Show to UFC, FIFA. Like I can sit there, get in a couple of games. I'm like, all right. Then maybe I'll move on to something else. But those are always my go to. Those or what else? Pokemon. I will sit and it
you
was a
told
point
Wait,
me.
in
which
time.
one? What Pokemon? It's a lot
Well,
of Pokemon.
it's you whatever
Do
the
you
most
do like
recent one is.
emulators or you got like actual games or what?
I don't do emulators. I wish I did, but I don't do emulators. I need to start. But only reason I don't because I want to keep up with my. You can't keep up with your Pokemon once you do all that work going through the emulator playing the game. But I just like most recent like Sword and Shield when Sword and Shield dropped, played through
Oh
that,
wow,
played
okay.
through the DLC, like and I was for like last year before BDSP came out and before Legends of Arceus came out, I was back on Pokemon playing, just battling. Like you can just trying to get my own rank up in the battle on the battle, go to get rank up to Master Ball tier. I had
Yeah.
done that to,
Mhm.
and the closest I got was Great Ball, but because it really started getting hard. I had to just keep adjusting my team, but like I'll sit there to breed this cow. Let me breed this one, get this one, me get the perfect IVs out. Like I'll sit there and go through the whole process of trying to get the perfect Pokemon. I
Yeah.
don't it doesn't necessarily have to be shiny depending on which one it is, but I would get it, do all that, then try to get everything, get the right moves on it. I had a chart almost.
Yeah.
Like okay, this I need this and that or whatever the
It's
case may
fun.
be. But for me it was fun, especially you get the right mind and you can get to use it in battle, stuff
Mhm.
like that, man. So like Pokemon is always a go to for me. Like I can pull it up and sit on play like I said Sword and Shield or or another like Sword and Shield. I think the most newest one, which is Legends Arceus. I have it. I played it a little bit. I haven't delved into it as of yet because I had so much other stuff on my plate. But I've gotten a few hours in so far. But like yeah, Pokemon, the sports games, uh, right now, maybe Call of Duty. I'm not. I'm gonna say this. I am not great at
What you
Call of Duty.
playing? What you playing on the duty though? Are you playing
He coming to
are
shoot you.
you are you playing like matches? You playing
Yeah, I do.
zombies? What you playing on the duty?
I don't really do zombies. I do. So right now,
Royale.
I do Warzone. Like if I'm playing Warzone, I play with my friends. That's I don't play Warzone with randoms or I'm just by myself while I play, one man or whatever the case may be. But if I'm not doing that, I'll play. My go-to is Call of Duty, Black Ops. I'll play
So,
Black Ops.
are you guys more Call of Duty or Battlefield? Because that it's kind of like one of those things. You can play both, but most time you have a preference. So, you
Call of
guys have a
Duty
preference.
hands down.
Yeah,
Call of
for me
Duty
it's Call of
hands
Duty.
down for
It's
me.
for me it's Call of Duty. I tried playing Battlefield. I even like when the new Battlefield before the new Battlefield dropped. I was in a couple of betas when they had the alpha and the
Okay.
beta. I played a couple of them, and it was all right. But it, Call of Duty is my go to. Like
And
See,
I'm not gonna lie. Battlefield when Battlefield dropped, what was it, 3?
uh-huh.
When they like changed the game and they brought the open world. Nah, at that point, Battlefield kind of was better than kind of do Call of Duty, and it was getting real scary, and people was complaining about the servers. It was a lot going on, and then it was getting kind of repetitive too. Remember, they was just saying like Call of
yeah,
Duty. I mean, it's just
I
same
just
game.
for me, sometimes with Call of Duty depends on what game you get. Like they'll be almost like the one time they went to space, you know what I mean? Like those kind
yeah,
of
Oh
things.
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Which
Go
one was
where
that?
they be
Which
like
one?
futuristic, you know what I mean? Like I'd be like y'all over here playing with the Jetsons and shit. So like
yeah,
so that's the one thing where like I like Battlefield a little bit more just because it's a little bit more grounded. I think Call of Duty has kind of changed that a little bit. Um, where they used to be just crazy all over the place. Now I think they have a little bit more um where they're not. So I can go either one, but like I rather just play a little bit of Call of Duty when I play, and I haven't played in a while.
yeah.
Like low key, man. Like I like a game that's like a one player game that I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to
I understand.
communicate. I just like unless it's with my friends, and I
Yeah,
wouldn't talk with them anyway. I don't want to hear nobody else.
So did
I
you play
completely understand.
Destiny?
Huh?
I completely
Did you play
understand.
Destiny?
For a little bit, and then people started to try to talk to me again, and then I was just out. I was like, nope, I'm done. Because like that, I think was one of the like when those games started to come about, and they were just like, oh, okay, like it was cool at first, and then after that, like I would just do where you could play by yourself at first, and then after that, then you had to start playing with others, but then they started getting grimy about how they played and how you used to get your loot and stuff. So I was
Yeah.
just like, I was like, I'm good. I'll just play my just go ahead and go back to my RPG games. Like one of the games I really like playing is Lord of the Rings, like Shadow of War, I believe it is.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. It's a dope
man, that
Where
game.
was so
man,
damn good.
man, I just go in there, and if I ever just have a bad day, I just go in there and just mess up some orcs.
Yeah.
I go into an area it just I let them ring the alarm so I can be able to just mess up everybody and then have the generals come and then sneak up on some of the generals like
Yeah,
their sneak system and things like that where you can just be able to get behind somebody and just
right.
shank them
Yeah,
makes my heart feel good sometimes.
yeah. I
Yeah,
love that
I
game, man.
understand. I understand.
Absolutely. How y'all feel about Smash Brothers though?
It's good, man, to play with. I like playing that. I can play that with Ben, because then after that, like it's competitive enough, but then after that, like it's not too crazy. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's all based
Yeah,
about who you play with. But I when I play with him, it's something where I can be silly with him, and it's not like oh you beat me up, because you can't be really all that mad if Kirby hit you with a hammer. You know what I mean?
Mm,
tell that to my son Marcus.
Ah,
man,
He,
hey, Smash Brothers get real.
man,
Hey,
we played
Smash Brothers get bad, man. Oh
we
my
played
god, especially when
Smash.
you play with your friends, y'all can really
Uh,
play.
I played Smash with my yeah, it
yeah,
is.
it is.
It
Yeah, it is.
Uh,
is, yeah, it
Uh,
is
I
Arkham. It's the
yeah,
same
I play
system.
both of them. The only thing I like about the Shadows of Mordor is just because I can be able to like go back and just kill more people and then make
yeah,
them fight other people and call like I be setting people up all the time. Half the time I have like a whole army, but half of them are sneaking up on the generals on the that actually are holding the castle. So then when you go and beat them up, they're like, oh, he got shanked by his own person. Yep, bye.
Hey, you know what I used to play all the time too?
What?
Tony Hawk.
That was really
I
good.
miss Tony Hawk,
yeah.
man. I used to
I
play the
played
hell out
Tony.
of
I
that
played. I even
game,
bought.
man.
I
That
had
was one of them
about
games you really
buy
wanted
the
to
new
do
one
every
drop or the
challenge.
re-release of it.
Mhm. So
Tony Hawk was fun.
what other? So if you could have two games that you can bring back that are no longer here now, what
Hmm.
would they be? Anything. I'll start off. I'll give you guys some ideas. Like I want to I want to bring back um NFL
The list.
Blitz.
Ah,
Uh
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
Blitz.
Tom said the best way to lose friends and make enemies is Smash Brothers.
Man, Smash Brothers.
Mario Kart, man, I beat my little brother up one time for that because
Oh man, it
he
get
he hit me
personal
with
in Mario Kart.
them
especially when
shells.
you about to cross the finish line and somebody hit you with a
Mm-hmm.
shell.
Oh
Yeah,
man, hit you with a
bro.
Yep.
shell, bro.
Beep.
Oh my
And then after
god!
that,
But in
beep.
Smash Brothers, it's really tough when everybody notice you got more lives
Oh,
because it's just understood. Just we gotta all beat you up, bro. Like don't even get mad. Like come down to our level.
yeah, like you messed up, right?
Yeah, but what games was you saying that you want to bring back?
Um,
Blitz
I
and what else?
I bring back Blitz and I bring back Dragon Ball Z Budokai or
Yes,
yeah,
bro. Oh my god.
yeah, that third one, that one
Oh,
was really. Now, don't get me wrong. I
Dragon Ball
like the
Z
one that they
Budokai
have
was
out
dope.
now,
Yeah.
where not the. I don't like Z Fighters as much, but I like the Xenoverse one where you get to make your own character. You can design your own moves and stuff like that. So, like, of course, every person made themselves into like a Saiyan. Like, there was very few people that made themselves into like the race of Namekians or whatever race Frieza is. Like, everybody was like, "Oh, definitely powering up, being a Super Saiyan." So
Yeah.
that I would kind of implement both of those things because the game was really really good playing that.
Okay. Um. And Nick, do you want to go? Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still
You,
over here deciding.
All right. So I was gonna say two of the franchises I would bring back. They're actually getting remakes or being gonna be released, which would be Fable and
I never got into Fable.
oh man, Fable is so good. That's the first two. The third one, but Fable and Knights of the Old Republic. They're gonna be
that was
Knights of
so
the
good.
Old Republic. They're gonna be releasing a game for that soon, probably within the next year and a half or whatever. So since those two are taken, I was gonna say go jump back to fighting games. I want to say Power Stone, but another slept on fighting game I used to love was Bloody Roar.
Man,
Bloody
Mm.
yes,
Roar, where
that's
you
what
can
someone
turn
in the
like
chat. Man, that
you can
game
turn
was
into an
too
animal.
good.
and halfway through the match, like you'd be fighting, and all of a sudden your power, you get your stuff up, you can turn into an animal or whatever. Bloody Roar was so good.
Yes.
Never,
JRPGs are the best. I love them.
I would say I think they were JRPGs, but I never played either one of them. And
One,
I would say,
well, I thought about two other ones, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you another chance, Nick,
go
because
ahead.
I
No,
know
yeah,
you. I know you're
yeah.
still thinking.
I'm
Uh,
thinking it's so hard. It's like, oh my god.
even though they're bringing this back, NCAA, because
Oh
I love,
yes,
man. I tried to take
Twin,
I tried to
they
take
said
Alabama A&M.
2023.
I tried to take A&M to the national championship. We was getting there. We was getting there, but we never quite made it. The other one was Tom made me think about this game called Legend of the Dragoon. It had
Yes, I remember that.
it was to me like essentially you were going across this land to save this girl, but then after that other stuff happens. It was 4 discs long. That was the first game that I played that had multiple discs. um and it's near and dear to my heart because I didn't have a memory card at the time, so
Ooh,
I kept the PlayStation on, and then one time my mom was cleaning up, and like I was on disc number 1, because of course you couldn't get to disc number 2 without a memory card. So like I had saved up my money, I was going to do that. Got the memory card. My mom was like, "Oh yeah, somebody left this on," so I powered it off. So I had to go through the whole disc 1 to get to saving again. But
wow.
it was well worth it though. So Legend of the Dragoon. Um, because then after that they ended up being like almost like Power Rangers, but they had dragon powers. So then they would
Ooh.
actually, yeah, it was a nice little RPG.
Was that a turn? Was that a turn-based game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah,
was.
yeah. I will say, well, I don't. I will say I don't do. I don't really do turn-based games, but like besides outside of KOTOR and Pokemon, those are like the only ones
Mhm.
that I actually will sit there and go through turn-based. But um, if it had a good story, I could see myself playing it. But I was what I said. I said Bloody Roar was one I wanted to bring back,
Uh-huh.
and another game. Ubisoft would make so much money, or Ubi, whatever you want to call it, however you want to pronounce it. Splinter Cell. If they
Uh-huh.
would just bring back Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell, give me another good Splinter Cell game. You can bring back him and let him be handing the reins off to somebody else. Just give me another good Splinter Cell game. That's what I want. That's what I want.
I
Like,
think my one would have to be Midnight Club Dub Edition. I need another one of those. Like I love that game, and also I want to play another Prince of Persia. I think that'd be great too.
they were
I
supposed
played
to
the
be
hell out of
remaking.
Prince of Persia. I played all of them.
Yeah, they were supposed
I
to be
miss it. Also
re-releasing
Army
Prince
of
of
Two.
Persia.
Army of Two was a really fun
I
game.
remember that one.
Army of Two. Me and my homeboy Chris
Really
went to
got
that.
into it. That was a really fun game to play as well. I
Me
missed
and my
that game.
homeboy Chris went. We beat both of them. We said we played through the first one, then when the second one dropped, we ended up beating the second one. Like games like that where you can do co-op with a second person. Oh man, those
Mhm.
were the best.
That's about as many people I really want to play with. Maybe 3 or 4. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty much my limit. If you have like a 4-on-4, that or 4 people playing against each other, and like like in Halo when they used to have that one. Um,
Slayer 4 on 4. Oh my god.
yeah.
What's your favorite Halo map? Mine
Mm,
gotta be the pit.
I don't
Gotta be the
remember.
pit. I'm sorry. Or
Okay,
Guardian. Is
mine
it
from Halo
Guardian?
2 was
I gotta say
uh,
the pit.
Halo 2 was the one like I played. I put the most hours in, and I
Yeah.
think for the Foundation was my favorite. The big
Oh
circle.
yeah.
We used to
Yeah.
play Foundation on basically like no shields. We would like do Foundation SWAT, basically no shields, and just you get shot like you get tagged in the head, you gone. Like
Uh-huh. I remember Xenogears. I remember Xenogears. That was really really because then after that you had to like there were certain games like Xenogears, and then it was like Xenosaga, and like
yeah,
in some of they I don't remember which ones related to which ones, but there was like a whole series of like the turn based RP or JRPGs. Some of them weren't turn based. Some of them were just like You go out here, you run, you get into some people, and y'all fight. So it was really nice, man. Tom, I'm gonna have you on next time, and we're gonna talk about all because Tom's an artist. He's dope at what he does. So I'm gonna have him on here next time so that we can be able to hear his opinions because it's pretty cool. We have talks all the way in Haven Comics all the time. So
Okay.
when Marcus, when you come up for the comic expo, we'll have to link
Yes.
up with them.
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be just to go to another expo. Like I said, I went to my first one last year, the Birmingham Magic City Comic Con,
Uh-huh.
and it was just awesome. Like I didn't do a whole lot, but we walked, me and my cousin.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to the Dub, Smoke
Uh-huh.
Boy. Uh, yeah, we walked around. We walked around the whole time. We saw, they had different people that they had Jason Scott, Power Ranger, Austin St. John. They
Uh-huh.
had Walter Jones, Zach, Bulk and Skull were there.
Oh.
Um, they had Booker T was there. Dr. Britt Baker was there. Yeah, yeah. He was there. Who else? It was I can't think of his name, but the guy that voiced the Ninja Turtles from the movie, from like the original movie. He was in Police Academy. I can't think of his name.
I remember.
He was there. There's a couple of folks. It's a this character from from Doctor Who. I can't think of his name. I cannot think of his name. It wasn't Doctor Who. It was one of the characters. He shows up from time to time, but he was there. Like I said, it had a good number of people there, and it was really cool. Like I said, we walked past, and then all the shops that were there. Bought a few
Mhm.
pieces of art. Got some stuff done. And just walking around, seeing all the people in cosplay. Took a few pictures. Had one guy was dressed up as Negan. Nice little
Mm,
cosplay. Even had an eye. He had an eye in his pocket. It was just
really?
dope. Yes, yes, it was fun, and seeing people and just talking to people, getting people to take pictures with you. That was awesome. And seeing
Mhm.
some of the people in cosplay, and then trying to figure out some of you trying to figure out who they were, or just being amazed, like,
Mhm.
oh man, you look cool. Like it was a guy, I think his girlfriend. They were what's the guy's name from the boys? The
Mm,
the I can't think of the main cat, not the main, whatever, the leader, what the leader of the league or whatever.
something Lander,
Yeah,
Homelander,
yeah,
Homelander.
Homelander. Yeah,
That
he was, and
there
like,
it
and
is.
dude had the costume to a T. I mean, he was like
Mm.
literally. I was like, bro, this is dope. Like,
Well,
so I'm,
we're
I'm, I'm
gonna
excited
have
for that.
a table actually there this year.
Yes,
So at the table, you can come visit with us, come kick it with us. We're gonna have some giveaways for some gift cards for the blerdsyndicate.com where we got some
yes,
fire
sir.
shirts. We also are going to have just stuff that you can just give away that we're giving away, like water bottles. Um, we got some pins, the ones that you can actually use that are like stylists as well. Bro, I'm so excited. They're pins and stylists at the same time. So
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm
That's
super
awesome.
excited about that. We're gonna do some interviews. We're gonna talk with the people
Yes, yes, I'm,
because
I'm
this is a
excited for that,
podcast
man.
for the people.
Yes, I'm
So
super excited for
peace.
that. Like I said, just being there. Like I said, seeing, just experiencing everything, and then the fact that we get to talking to
Mm-hmm.
different people.
Mm-hmm.
We ready for questions. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what's your favorite anime? What's your such and such? Stuff that we can ask for. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm really excited to see everybody. Um,
Do you know who else coming? Besides, I know me, like I said, me and Brandon coming, but
um, I know Jeremy's coming.
yeah,
Um, Steven may come.
okay,
So there's a lot of us. There's quite a few of us.
When is
hey,
this?
okay,
April 22nd through the 24th.
20, yeah, it's the 20. Because we coming that Saturday, which is 23rd. We'll be up. We coming that Saturday.
Yep. So if you want to
Yeah.
be there, no pressure, Nick. I know we live, so I'm not gonna be like, hey, you need to be there. See, Tommy thinks it's gonna be awesome. So you gotta be
Yes.
there. I know. Because I missed you last week when you came down.
Yeah, I had to celebrate my great grandma. She just turned 100.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
happy birthday.
yeah. I stopped in Huntsville and then I went down there.
that's what's up.
Yeah, and then I came back and then I had to drive all the way back to Detroit. So
That's like almost 10 hours for you, wasn't it? 9, 8.
yeah, it's 9.5 to Huntsville, and then it's like 3.5 to Brandage, which is like a very small town outside of Troy, where my family is from.
Okay.
So I was driving, and I went to Nashville.
That's,
Oh, so you was making stops all over the place.
Yeah,
it was traveling. I used to drive like that, bro. But after about 2 hours, bro, I'm like,
it was
let me get
fun,
the car
man.
for a minute.
I took a sports car down there. You know, I was
Oh, so,
yeah, he was.
so it really was
He was.
a 10-hour trip came into an 8.5.
He was shifting gears. He was
Yeah.
gone.
nah, it wasn't
It
like
was too
that. It wasn't
fast.
like that. I made sure I drive extra cautious. You know, did the speed limit.
Safety
But,
first, huh?
you know,
Mhm.
once you think about, you know, in the country and on the highway, once you get up in the mountains, you know, where for them troopers to hide,
Yeah,
they
I know.
behind you or in front of you. If you
Mm.
don't see them, oh man, I'm gonna
Because
push it. I ain't
those
gonna lie, I'm gonna
mountains,
push it.
especially on 65,
Man,
they can't do
well,
nothing. Because
man,
like
they can't do nothing. It's nothing they can do. It's like if
because
I
there's
don't
no
see you,
spot for
I
them to
can
duck
literally
off.
see
Mm,
3 miles out, and I don't see nobody. Oh man, you already know I'm about to push this thing. I'm about to do a good 120 at least.
Man, you
I
ain't got
told
to
you
tell me.
eight and a
So
half.
it's over.
I'm
120 for sure. Actually, I'm about to post this video I did. I did
man.
like
Don't do that.
140
Don't do it.
recording the video.
Don't put that.
Don't
Don't
incriminate
put that.
yourself. Don't do it.
Your big brother's telling you don't do that.
Okay.
They're gonna be like, we need them keys back.
All right.
Man.
Yeah.
I remember me and my wife were headed to. We were supposed to be going out the country to Cancun, and we had to go to Atlanta to catch our flight. And we woke up. We got on the road late, and normally from Birmingham to Atlanta, it's about 2 hours. It's supposed to be about close to 2 hours. I got us there like probably about an hour and a half.
Oh
If
man,
that.
you was floating.
Man, when I tell you, we in the car, I'm in the car just pushing. We in
Hey,
Mario
the car.
Kart.
he filled up. He filled up to the point where the gas clicked. You know what I'm saying? He had to go get a refund, and he just undone
Man, we were
whole
gone.
way.
We were gone. Yeah, I understand. Speaking, so since we talking about going fast, anybody got what's your favorite racing game or just?
Oh, Dub Edition.
I know you mentioned Dub Edition for you.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Mario
After
Kart.
Dub Edition, I probably say Gran Turismo.
That's about it, bro. I hate I hate racing games.
Yeah.
Because I had to share with my
No,
brother.
but we said Mario Kart. We said
Yeah, that's what I'm
Mario.
saying. That's
Yeah, he
that's
said
about the
Mario
only
Kart.
racing game that I'm messing with,
Oh, you ain't like Dub Edition?
bro. Every time my brother loved that, so he would always. And you know when you have a brother around the same age, like you have to share. So then what
Yeah.
he would do is take 25 minutes to customize his
You
car.
have to, bro. You have to. That's what it's
Not when you
about.
sharing, bro.
That's
Not
what
when
it's
you
about,
share.
bro.
So then,
Anybody who
so then
play
we
that
had
game,
man,
no,
we had
you look customizing. They got the best soundtrack on there. You like the best soundtrack. You just be hyped customizing your car.
bro.
You might
He
lose a
had
race or two, but whatever. Your car look good,
so
and
we
you don't
had
want to get it scratched.
we had to trade off every race or so, right? So
Yeah.
then he would take 25 minutes to customize his car, and then he have his race. So me, like I'm like, let's go. Like I'm just ready to play.
Yeah.
So then, especially after he took this long, now all of a sudden, like my 5-10 minute race is now like 35 minutes before I can play next.
Oh yeah.
So
So you
I hate
traumatized. You got some trauma behind that.
PTSD, man. I don't play
Yeah.
no race. Ben plays racing games now. I'll be like, I got to go.
Hey, bro, we just need to have a kumbaya session with him. We all need to just have a bro session. When we just play Dub Edition. Just right the wrong, bro. Right the wrong. We're gonna let you play first. We're gonna let you customize every time.
I'd be like, does the car run? And, all right. Oh
Hey,
man,
that's fine. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? And you get a redo. There you go. We're gonna right this wrong.
So What about so Marcus, you didn't say what your favorite one was.
My favorite one, probably the most worst game I probably spent the most time with. It was back on. I think it was back on. Was it 360? It was. I think it was Need for Speed. Most Wanted.
Oh
Which one
yeah,
was one?
that was the other
Like
one.
I think it was the first. It was on. It was on either the 360 or the Xbox, but it was like
Yeah,
it was one
you're
of the
right.
earlier
360.
games.
That was
Bro, I spent so much time playing the game, and I had
that was
like
the
a
one.
what was it? It was a not the Cavalier. What was the other? It was like a little Chevy, whatever. It was a Chevy something, and I had went decked out, maxed out. I had like this did that reflective paint job on it. Like I used to man, so much time in that game.
I hit
Yeah,
it.
That
I hit
and
it all up.
I spent a lot of time recently. Not the most recent Forza, but I think it was Forza Horizon 3. I like that one as well. Forza is really fun. Forza games are really fun. I
yeah. I
spent
know
a
a lot
lot
of
of
people
hours
who
in that
play
as well.
Forza.
Yeah, yeah. So I had to put them two up there. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. Why it's like no,
Well,
no, I don't want nothing to do
Mario
with it.
Kart, so that
Mario
everybody can
Kart.
play at the same time.
And I'm sticking to it.
Exactly. That's it. Mario Kart, so everybody can play. If you got more, that's it. Because I hated having to wait. I hated having to wait.
All right,
I understand, man. You got some trauma behind it. I
you
understand.
got some
I'm all
trouble
right.
on
I'm
it,
all right,
man.
man. I'm good. I'm just if you start talking about racing games, I start to twitch a little bit.
Yeah, man.
So, um, we talked about already. Talked about fighting. So I guess
Oh no, I got one. I got one
go what you
perfect
got.
for you. So if you have one franchise sporting game to play, what is it going to be?
Mm,
2K.
Mm-hmm.
I never let 2K go.
um,
2K, come on, man.
as much
It's
as
2K. Like,
I
come
enjoy,
on, man. It's
but
2K,
it's
man.
so
Come
they
on,
they
man.
turned 2K into like a money machine, and it's just some of the stuff like that. It's still of course it's still the best basketball game out there, but like they've done so much to it. But as much as I love 2K, I think I love Madden a little bit more. And the
I
reason
feel that.
I play and see I don't play I play online to Madden a little bit, but I play Madden mostly for the franchise mode. I
Yeah.
like to get a team. I pick a sorry team. I'll go in, start trading, see them their first season, give me some good draft picks, build my team through the draft.
All right, Tom asks, who's your favorite Mario Kart racer?
Bowser.
Hmm.
Mm,
I would say I was when I played Mario Kart on my Switch, it was I used my me character, my me character, my me racer. But outside of my me, it'll probably be Link.
I like playing with Yoshi because every time I think about Super Mario World, I hear "bow." You know how he
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
does it, "bow." so um, and then we talked about best fighting game. Fight Night, Jeremy says.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
told him,
yeah.
bro. I
It's
was
up there.
talking about it earlier, Jeremy. Oh
Fight
no, I
night.
was
I
talking
love
about
fight
Knockout
night.
Kings. But Fight Night was good too.
Um, I'm just gonna leave this here so y'all can because I think
Yeah, I
I
am.
think I think he wants to
Yeah,
smoke, bro. I think he wants to smoke. Not to say it, but he said that if he had King, he'd have you folded up like a pretzel.
yeah, I know.
I'm just
But
saying.
see, I play Tekken, bro. So it's like, so look, he knows this too. You got three type of king players. You got a king player, of course, is just gonna button mash and just do whatever. Or you got a person who know how. Right, that's you,
That's me.
okay.
That's me. That's me right
And
there.
they are dangerous too. And
Mhm.
then you have the king player that's gonna do all the special kicks and special heavy hits, and then you got the king player, which I hate. Uh, that the grabs. Those are the king players nobody like to play against because he literally has a grab where I say if he hits you a good two times and then does that grab, you're gonna lose.
So So this is what Jeremy said. He is the grappler slash striker. That's I. So
See,
I've been
that's
witness to
fine.
this.
That's
No,
fine.
he's got
See
the
what?
power hits, and then after that, right when you think you okay, then that's when he goes to the grapples, and then after that is chain wrestling, like you're in WWE 2K22.
See, King
And
is
it's never fun.
dangerous because he
Hey,
can counter into a grab. He's one of the only. He's like one of the takeover players. If
Mhm.
he counters, he can kind of grab you as well. So that's why I don't like playing with him unless I play like somebody like Law,
See,
who's extremely fast, where I can back up, and by the time you come close,
one time
I
I
just
went
mega kick you in the face.
one time I went to Jeremy's room. Jeremy then was he you know how they have the training area. He was training with King.
Hmm.
I didn't. I was like, "What you doing? Like, why don't you just play the game?" He's like, "I'm training." Little did I know he was training for the ass whooping he was giving me later on.
Oh man.
It was crazy,
Oh man.
bruh. Like I was like, I know. I just saw you do that move an hour
he
or two
beat you
ago.
with
Now you're doing it on
he,
me. Not cool.
he take you down. That's the worst. That's the worst. You see somebody doing something. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing? Why aren't you playing the game?
Mm-hmm.
I'm practicing, man. And you little do you know you get in the game with them. It's like, when did you learn how to do that? Yeah,
I
yeah.
so what is the most childish thing that you've done when playing the game? Like, you know how when you were little, you used to be able to like go ahead and exit the game or power off the game so that it don't count. What's the
Yeah.
most childish thing you've ever done?
I can tell you that I did that most recently. I was playing Madden, and what you can do is I'm trying to get a trade. And me
Uh-huh.
being I'm playing in my franchise. I'm trying to get them to trade me a player, and they didn't want to trade me, so I'm gonna give them this. And I'm like, hey, but so you ain't gonna take this for that. I bet. So I bags out the trade menu, goes to NFL roster, goes to that team, goes to the player I want, and decreases player speed all the way down to zero. Then I decrease something else all the way down to zero. Go back, player overall is like a 58 now. Go back to the trade menu, trade him a bum thing for that. Boop, boop, boop. Get the player back, get the player on my team, put his stats back up where they go. There you go. I got an 80 something overall player for little than nothing.
That's
Call the child
cheating,
that you
sir.
want to.
That's cheating. That is cheating, sir.
Madden cheats. Madden cheats. The game be cheating.
Jeremy. All right, Nick. So what's the biggest childish thing that you've done when you playing the game? You don't know? You kind of sound far away. Sound like you're eating your
Yes.
microphone.
Yeah, you real muffled.
All right, we're gonna come back to you, but I'm gonna tell you about the time that Jeremy beat my ass, and bruh, and I smooth. I didn't mean to do this, honestly. Like, I was trying to get
Sound
past.
like an excuse.
No, see, I was trying to get past, and the television, and then I accidentally like unplugged it because it was on the ground. But I mean, he knew that he wore my ass, and I knew it, so it wasn't like that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew it happened. I knew I took the L, so I wasn't like, oh man. Um, but I always hate those people that be like, when you whoop them in a game, and they be like, I bet you can't beat my ass. So, what's that got to do with anything? What's that got to do with the price of tea in China, huh? Ain't got
Exactly.
shit to do with what we're doing right now.
Or you whooping somebody's butt, and then
Yeah.
they all of a sudden their internet go out.
Y'all.
They call you, man, my bad, man, my internet went out. Oh, okay. Now
You
your
still took
internet
this L
reliable
though.
anytime. But
Mhm.
now it go out when I'm whooping your ass. All right.
So, Nick,
Man.
can you hear us better now, or can you try to say something?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, you sound better.
No, I was saying I was a teabagger in Halo, unfortunately.
You were one of them.
Yeah, man. Because I got really looked though. I was cold in Halo. Like I was one of them people who go look at the Bungie stats, see what I got. I got a killion there. And then I got to a point where I was watching montages and I learned how to ninja people. And
Mm.
so I can jump behind people and spin around and hit you in the head and stuff like that. Can you hear
We
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I had got real good at Halo, so I was a teabagger.
I can see that from you. Not gonna lie, I could definitely see you being like, you know what I mean? So, um, I think one of the best games that we played, as far as that's concerned, back when we were playing Halo, was we called it like um shotguns and hammers, where like
Shotgun and
we
snipes. Oh,
no shotgun and hammers. So the only thing we had was shotguns and the hammers and the war hammers, and we just go around and just kill each other. Like
Man.
it, like it. No, either that or Jeremy and I. Whenever we get into a fighting game, we choose the two old people and we have old people beef. So
I
then
like
after
that.
that,
I
like
like that.
we just go ahead and have the old people fight each other. So
That,
if it be in Tekken, whether it be in Street Fighter, whoever else, it's hard to fight them in Street Fighter. But Tekken, you got abundance of old people that you could just have
Yeah,
either that
yeah.
or like we do randoms where, and then after that, like one time I got an old person and Jeremy had the bear. That was
Oh
not. It
my
was not
God,
pleasant.
Kuma. I
Yeah,
hate the bear.
the
all
bear
right, so
is.
you want some chaos? Play
Mhm.
pick your Halo match or whatever, and do rockets, no
Mhm.
shields.
Rockets.
Right?
Oh man.
Everybody
Bet.
finna die.
Yes, that's it's the when I tell you like that was when we just wanted to do something outrageous. Rockets, no shields, bro. When I tell
Mhm.
you, like, as soon as you spawn, and see with rockets, you don't have to necessarily hit the person. You just have to hit in the area of the person, especially when they ain't got no
Mhm.
shields. So as soon as I hit in your area, boom, I got you, I got you. Like literally,
Mhm.
it's total chaos, but it's so much fun.
You got to take the radars for off for that one.
Oh
So then,
yes, oh
so then,
definitely,
that,
definitely.
has anybody played the new Halo games? Because I don't remember playing anything past like Halo 3, or maybe I played something afterwards. Maybe
Halo
no.
Five, the now the story from Halo Five I heard was people didn't like it, but the multiplayer for Halo Five people really enjoyed. Now the new
Mhm.
Halo, from my understanding, they had a lot of players initially when it first came out,
Mhm.
and I think they kind of went down some because of the content. Right now they're waiting. They're gonna start season two, I think, in May. So I'm
Okay.
pretty sure a lot of players are going to be going back to it. But I think they got up to like 20 million players overall at one point in time uh, for Halo Infinite through the through the multiplayer. But like I said, season two is dropping, so I'm pretty sure they're going to have people coming going back to it to play again. But I played the beta when it dropped when they were doing the
Mhm.
beta. It was fun, but I like I said I haven't played been serious about a Halo game since Halo 2. I played a little bit of Halo 3, but I kind of just fell off after that and just played mostly Call of Duty after that. So, yeah. But from what I hear, most people enjoy it. Most people really enjoyed it. They just said there was a lack of content, just from what I heard.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, Nick, what system are you playing on now?
PlayStation.
Okay, I know. I know, Marcus. You play on
Can
damn
you
near everything. Yeah, I can. We can hear you.
Yeah, just a little bit. PlayStation. I have a PlayStation. Say I got to finish my games, but PlayStation. I play mostly for their single player games
Mhm.
because they do have right now they have the better single player games, story games. But PlayStation, play on my Switch, and my mostly everyday go to though is my Xbox. I'll get on my Xbox because that's who a lot of my friends are. So I get on
Mhm.
Xbox and then I get on with my friends and we'll play. Like I said, I have a Madden league that I'm in. So we will run through that, play Call of Duty or something else. I got to get more friends on WWE, but other than that, cause that's something that's fun as well. Getting in a battle royale where be with you and your friends and all y'all play. Like me and my I do it with my kids and my nephew or something, or my brother in law. all let's do a battle royale, and man, it
Mm-hmm.
is fun. Especially you get down to the last person and somebody getting about to get thrown out, and you throw somebody else out, and the other person come out of nowhere and just clothesline you out the ring before you
Mm-hmm.
you talking about
Sound
somebody
like
being
something I
mad.
get mad about.
You say you be so hot, but it's fun, man. It's fun, but yeah, yeah. So
See, I love playing. So I'm I used to habitually buy the WWE 2K games
mhm.
up until um up
The
until
last one,
like 2019, and
yeah.
then after that I knew where, because I always like to play for like the story modes. My creative
Hmm.
players always kind of, they were big dudes that could move and throw people. That's all I wanted to have them do. Bro, I wanted to put some, like, they could always jump off a top rope, do some moves. Um so that's the one thing that I really like. And so I used to always have them going on from there. So I may play that one, because Marcus, you said that that game wasn't bad this year, right?
No, no. And the story is pretty good. Like you can, like I say, you can choose to be heel or face. You can switch from face to heel or vice versa. You start off like the beginning of the story. You start off in the performance center, and you go through going through some of your stuff to the point. Then you at the showcase. If you win your match, you can choose who you want to. Like you'll get offered by the brands. If you
Mm-hmm.
win your match, you get offered by all three of them. If you lose, you may only get offered by one. But I won mine, of course. But
Of course.
I chose NXT, so I'm in NXT right now. I was North American champion, and currently I was in the tournament to face to whoever won the tournament was gonna get a chance to challenge for the belt, but I got I got cheated.
It's
So
all bad,
which
bro.
the story, the storylines in
Mm-hmm.
wrestling. So you get cheated out the match or whatever, something happens. But it's actually pretty fun right now. Like I said, I haven't played any other modes for real. I played me and the boys, me and my kids. We did a battle royale. I did one with them. So, but I haven't got. Once I finish my career or my rise is what it's called now. Once I finish my rise, I'm probably gonna go in and start like I do my universe and build my own, like get my own stuff like that. Create my faction. I've been doing this since 2018. I have my character is Marcus King. Then I have Dwayne King. Then I have then another King, and we and my faction name is called the Kingdom. Like
Mm-hmm.
we run it. We run stuff. So I'm excited for that.
Well, uh, that's always fun, man. Um, we always have fun there. I wanted to take a moment, because I know recently Scott Hall passed, so we're doing a shirt
Yes.
in honor of Scott Hall on the Blur Syndicate .com. And then if you do with the BS, you get 20% off. But we got a shirt made for him,
Bad guy.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
that
Hey
way,
yo.
hey yeah. So so yeah, we have the shirt. We wanted to make sure we're gonna try to do something, with some of the proceeds that come from that shirt, to for either his family, doing something for maybe something local. We haven't really decided, because we just put the shirt out. So um, definitely check us out. We try to do that. Try to be um, just really kind of in tune with it, because I mean he was a really good bad guy, um,
Yeah, he
as
was.
far as
He
that's
definitely
concerned.
was.
And he always had swag too. Like, before anybody else was wearing Jordans, Scott Hall was wearing Jordans, and he had
Mm.
like he had on a FUBU shirt one time, and I was like, I don't think that's for you, bud. I don't think that's for you, big guy. But
Hey, who's
but
gonna
yeah,
tell him it's not? Who's gonna
I
tell him it's
listen.
not?
Nah, I'm not saying nothing to him. But
Get put in the razor's edge.
mhm. Have you ever been put in that?
No, luckily I've been big my whole life, so no one's been able to pick my ass up in it.
Oh,
But
uh,
I have put people in it before.
so I was smaller than my cousins are a couple years older than me. like 5 to 6. So I was perfect size for razor's edge, diamond cutters, stunners.
Mm.
Oh
It was
man,
it
you,
wasn't
you got it
pleasant.
all. You
But
got
I'm
it
big
all.
now. Ain't taking no bullshit from
Yeah,
them.
man.
All
That's
right.
right.
I
I ain't gonna
swear,
stand for this no more.
man, I'm looking for one of them to just play right with me wrong one time. I'm clotheslining the shit out of somebody. That's all I'm looking for.
With the
Uh,
clothesline from hell.
man, listen. So, well, now that we've talked about domestic violence with family members, I think this is a great time to just close it on out. Definitely, we appreciate y'all rocking with us. Um, do like it says over here. Be like the Hulk. Smash a follow and share. And we're gonna be like Morgan Stark. We're gonna love you 3000. But until then, we want you to be like the Wolf Pack and give us a too sweet. And we out.
Yes.